What is going on, my family? Your boy Demetrius is back with another classic Tekken 8 video. So here, what we're going to do in this Tekken 8 video here, we are going to talk about Tekken 8 Season 4, possibly Tekken 8 Season 4. And the reason why we're going to talk about Tekken 8 Season 4 just a little bit is because we already saw what happened with Tekken 8 Season 3 and the reveal and what characters that we have coming when it comes to Tekken 8 Season 3. Now, when it comes to a possible future Season 4, it kind of narrows things down now, because now it's getting to the point where some characters that we want back in Tekken 8 may not make it, and some characters still probably have a good chance of making it in Tekken 8. And what we're going to do in this video here, we are going to talk about the characters that I believe have a strong chance to being in Tekken 8, and also we're going to talk about the characters that I believe we're probably not going to see in Tekken 8, and we're probably going to have to wait until another future Tekken game to see some of these characters. And let me tell y'all again, this is just how I feel about it. I could be totally wrong. We could see a surprise when it comes to Tekken 8 Season 4. We could see whatever type of character show up that I don't think is going to show up. Y'all feel what I'm saying? I'm just going off of what has happened when it comes to Tekken 8, the things that's going on with the game, what's going on with the development team and all of that, and what they have shown in Season 3 just has me believe that some of these characters we may not see when it comes to Season 4, and some of these characters could be a surprise. But before we get into it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to your boy for the hottest Tekken 8 action on the internet, period. We are going to get into the real talk right now. Who is left to return when it comes to Tekken 8 and a possible Season 4? Let's go. Alright, so the first character that we're going to talk about when it comes to who's left to come back for Tekken 8 is Marduk. Now, before Tekken 8 Season 3 got announced, I was one of those people that gave Marduk a 75% chance of returning in Tekken 8 Season 3. Now that Marduk is not going to be returning in Tekken 8 Season 3, that percentage has gone way down. Right now, I would say Marduk is probably a 25% chance of coming back if Tekken 8 Season 4 happens. The reason why I say that is because historically, whenever Armor King gets announced, Marduk is usually right there. And it did not happen when it comes to Tekken 8. Armor King got announced and Marduk was nowhere to be found. He's nowhere to be found when it comes to Tekken 8 Season 3. And, you know, it's kind of slim right now when it comes to Marduk. I give him a 25% chance when it comes to a possible Tekken 8 Season 4. But it's looking real bleak right now for Marduk. And to be quite honest with you, everybody hates this character, including myself. So, you know, if he doesn't come back in Tekken 8, I think everybody would be cool with it. I don't think Marduk will really be missed when it comes to Tekken 8. I'm just keeping it all the way real. The second character is Lei Wulong. Now, Lei Wulong has just constantly been in the discussions when it comes to DLC in Tekken 8. People were expecting him to come back along with Eddie Gordo in Tekken 8 Season 1. That didn't happen. He did not come back in Season 2. He was not revealed in Season 3, but he is still being talked about when it comes to discussions, and the community desperately wants Lei Wulong back. And a lot of people, including myself, feel that Lei Wulong should be back into this game. And I do still give Lei Wulong like a 70% chance of returning. If there's a Tekken 8 Season 4, Lei Wulong has to be on the top of that list. So when it comes to Lei fans and people want this character back in the game, it's not all doom and gloom yet. Because one of the things about it is Bandai Namco and that lazy ass development team, they hear and see what's going on. So Lei Wulong, it's probably going to be like a MK11 Melina situation. They're going to put him in the last season. I still give him a 70-75% chance of returning. The next character is Julia Chang. Now, Julia is kind of interesting when it comes to Tekken 8 Season 4 possibly happening. I still give Julia kind of like a 50% chance, a 50-50 down the middle chance of coming back. The only reason why I give Julia a 50-50 chance of coming back is that Harada actually said that they were really trying to really make a Native American character really stand out as far as design and all of that. I'm not sure how much it pertained to Tekken 8 and pertained to the Julia character in general, but that is the reason why I give Julia a 50% chance of coming back, because Harada actually said, You know, they are working on some things when it comes to a Native American character to make them Native American characters stand out. And that was way like, what, a year and a half before his retirement. So we can say they probably have something in the works for a character like Julia. So we'll just have to see. But I do give Julia a 50% chance of coming back. The next character is Master Raven. And I do have a good deal to say when it comes to Master Raven possibly returning in Tekken 8 for a season 4. The reason why I feel like Master Raven can return is because we just saw Kunimitsu return. You know, Kunimitsu is to Yoshimitsu what Master Raven is to Raven. Y'all feel what I'm saying? But I actually think Master Raven is actually the better counterpart. But the point that I'm trying to make is if they can have a female version of Yoshimitsu in the game, they can put the female version of Raven back in the game as well. Y'all feel what I'm saying? They can do that. Master Raven can have a totally different style. Her style is different from Raven's if, you know, people really think about it. So she can return in this game and she can return for a possible season 4, and it would definitely make sense. So I actually give Master Raven a 60% chance of returning because, like I said, we just seen Kunimitsu come back. Yoshimitsu's already in the game, so why not Master Raven come back when we have Raven? That way we'll have all ninja counterparts in the game all at once for the first time ever. This can actually happen when it comes to a possible Tekken 8 Season 4. I really honestly do think that Master Raven can come back in Tekken 8 if there is a Season 4. And let's just keep it all the way real. Master Raven get a motherfucker horny, man. I don't know why the hell they took her out, man. Damn. Them juicy ass lips. The next character is Forest Law, and man, I gotta tell you, Forest Law is probably the most disrespected Tekken character of all time. I just don't understand why Forest Law is not showing up in these Sequalic Tekken games. I remember when Martial Law had got revealed, everybody wanted it to be Forest because Martial Law looked younger and, you know what I'm saying, looked more of the Bruce Lee prowess. I remember that everybody was hoping it'd be Forest. I was hoping it'd be Forest, but unfortunately it was not Forest. They're sticking with Martial Law, and I kind of think it's a shame. The reason why I think it's a shame is because Forest Law, it was part of Tekken 3. You feel what I'm saying? Tekken 3 started the whole Tekken mania, and Forest Law was a part of that. It was not Martial Law. But it's like the history books and shit are still claiming that Martial Law was a part of that. And that's just really unfair to Forrest. I really don't understand what's going on. They're literally trying to erase this character from the Tekken history books. I just don't understand it. It doesn't look like he's going to come back in any of these Sequalic Tekken games. It's really sad what they've done to Forest Law. And I got to give this character a 0% chance of coming back in Tekken 8. And I don't think we're going to see Forest Law ever again. I really don't. The whole Tekken Tag 3 and you know, that's just not good enough. I want to see Forest in a Sequalic Tekken game, and it just doesn't look like it's going to happen anymore. So you're probably not going to see Forest Law in a Sequalic Tekken game ever again. The only way that we could actually see Forest Law come back in a Sequalic Tekken game, like a Tekken 9 or a Tekken 10, is if Martial Law dies off, and that's not going to happen anytime soon. But I will say this though, Forest Law is definitely a legacy character because he was a part of Tekken 3. This stupid ass character right here, this character is not coming back to Tekken 8. I give this character a negative 2000% of coming back in Tekken 8. They just need to keep her off Tekken 8. They need to keep her off these Tekken games in general. Nobody fucking cares about this character, and I am glad that she is an afterthought when it comes to these Tekken games. Get this 122 plus 9 on block bitch out of here. The next character, Ganryu. When it comes to Ganryu, me personally, I would give Ganryu a 40% chance of coming back. Now, I know Harada and other people keep on saying Ganryu is on his way, but me personally, I think that whole thing is a metaphor at this point. But even though it's a metaphor pretty much, I still give Ganryu a 40% chance of coming back to Tekken 8. Even though it's pretty much a metaphor, I will still give Ganryu a 40% chance. But we gotta ask ourselves, even if Ganryu were to come back in Tekken 8, what would be the real general purpose for a character like Ganryu to come back at this point? You know, it'd be deep in season 4, probably the last season. You feel what I'm saying? What would be the general purpose for Ganryu to come back? And then on top of that, there's no Julia. So, like I said, a 40% chance, but it's highly unlikely that Ganryu will come back, even though people keep on saying he's on his way. I just don't see it when it comes to Ganryu. I think we're probably going to have to wait till the next Tekken game, but I will still keep the door open. For him, about 40% for him to return if there was a possible season 4. All right, here we go. Christie Montero, and y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know what is not going to happen when it comes to Christie Montero, and it is a done deal at this point. Christie Montero is not coming back to Tekken 8. She is not going to come in Tekken 8 when it comes to season 4. You know, all of the love letters, all the Christie stands, all the bullshit that they were trying to do to get this character to come back into the game, it just did not happen. It did not work, and it is what it is. Christie Montero, 0% chance of this character coming back. And yes, I am trolling the Christie stands with these images, and the Christie stands can hate me and get mad at me all they want to, because the reality is what they believe is never going to happen, and what I believe, we're actually living the truth. And that truth is she is just not coming back to Tekken 8. So Christie stands, y'all better get y'all notebooks ready and start making love letters for Tekken 9, because she ain't coming back to Tekken 8, and that is fact. The next character is Miguel. Miguel, much like Lei Wulong, has been one of the most talked about characters as far as returning in Tekken 8. A lot of people, including myself, were actually predicting Miguel would show up around Tekken 8 Season 3, but it does not look like that's going to be the case. When it comes to Miguel, I'm going to be all the way real with y'all. It is not looking good for Miguel. I would give Miguel a 20% chance of coming back in Tekken 8 if there was a Season 4. The reason why I say that is story-wise, gameplay-wise, you look, Miguel just wouldn't fit in Tekken 8. You know, the whole bad guy Jin thing is done. And then with all the changes they're making to Tekken 8, Miguel is a character that would actually suffer from that. So I've been doing a lot of thinking when it comes to that. Be quite honest with you, I don't think that they even should bring Miguel back. They should just go ahead and wait until Tekken 9, because like I just explained, what's going on with Tekken 8, the story, all of that, what's going on with Jin, Miguel just wouldn't fit in Tekken 8. He honestly wouldn't, but I still give him a 20% chance in coming back. I just got to keep it all the way real for Miguel's fans and everybody in the community. It's not looking good for Miguel as far as Tekken 8 is concerned. Next characters are Ogre and True Ogre. And here's the thing. Now, a lot of people were expecting Ogre to come back, especially after how Ogre has this fake so-called connection with Mary Zo, whatever the fuck her name is. I really don't care, but there's clearly no connection there. It was just a stupid tease on the part of the development team. Now, here's the thing with Ogre and True Ogre. If they were to come back in Tekken 8 Season 4, it's different versions. It's two different characters. So that means it would be two separate slots. And I just don't think that the development team are going to do that. If you're going to put one Ogre in, you got to put both of them in. And I don't think the development team is going to do that. Now, people are going to sit here and say, well, you got Kuma and Panda in the game. Yeah, Kuma and Panda are in the game, but guess what? No one was happy with that decision by putting Kuma and Panda in the game and not having them palette swapped. And that's another thing too. I think the development team are done with palette swaps, which makes the return for Ogre and True Ogre less likely. I just don't think it's going to happen. When it comes to boss characters, historically boss characters have not come back as DLC, and I just don't see them changing that when it comes to Tekken 8. So when it comes to Ogre, True Ogre, I give them another 20% chance of coming back, but it's not likely. Let's just keep it all the way real. I don't think Ogre is coming back, despite the fact that he was teased a lot when it comes to Tekken 8 earlier on. History just says it's just not going to happen as far as bosses coming back as DLC. The next character is Bruce Irvin, and I'm going to be really short with this. You know, it really pains me to say this, but obviously Bruce Irvin is just not coming back in Tekken 8. And like a couple of other characters, when it comes to Tekken in general, I honestly don't think we're going to see Bruce Irvin back in the sequelic Tekken game ever again. The reason why I say that is like they are slowly trying to erase this character from the history books, it seems like, because they keep on creating other kickboxing characters. You know, they put Fakaram's bitch ass back in the game. We just talked about Josie, you know, back in Tekken 3 when they took Bruce Irvin out. They put in Brian Fury. So, you know, it's just not looking good for Bruce Irvin. They're clearly trying to erase this character. Bruce Irvin has a very dedicated fan base, you know, very popular character. But you know what? Blame that racist ass Michael Murray. That's who's behind all of this shit. So as long as Michael Murray is a part of the Tekken development team, we're not going to see Bruce Irvin. That's just the honest to God truth. 0% chance of him coming back in Tekken 8. And like I said, doesn't look like he's going to come back in a sequelic Tekken game ever again. And finally, it's my girl Katarina. Now, here's the thing with Katarina. The reason why I feel like Katarina actually has a good chance, I'm going to give Katarina a 70% chance of coming back in Tekken 8 if there was a Tekken 8 Season 4. The reason that I say this is because look how early they put Lydia back into the game. Granted, Lydia was once again DLC. A lot of people thought that she should have been a part of the base roster. Now, looking at how broken and busted and stupid that she is, I'm glad she's not in the base roster. And to be quite honest with you, Lydia was not a more popular character than Katarina was. I don't care if nobody says. Katarina was actually more demanded than Lydia was. So if they can put Lydia back in the game that early, they can put Katarina back in the game late. I kind of feel like Katarina can be a real surprise character when it comes to Tekken 8 Season 4. At that point, Tekken 8 Season 4, you know, the characters that they put in are not going to have nothing to do with the story. So it's going to be like a what the hell. Go ahead and put a character like Katarina in. Katarina could be a real surprise character. I really do see Katarina coming back in Tekken 8 Season 4. I give my girl Katarina a 70% chance of coming back. So my family, that is what I think about a lot of these characters when I come to Tekken 8. Like I said, some characters have a good percentage and some characters don't. It's not looking good for a couple of characters. But, you know, that's just me. I want to hear from y'all now. So what do y'all think when it comes to Tekken 8 Season 4? Who do you think is going to come back when it comes to any of these characters? Or do you have a character in mind? Put y'all thoughts and y'all feelings in the comment section below. We could definitely get a conversation started. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to your boy for the hottest Tekken 8 action on the internet, period. As I keep on saying, ain't nobody doing it like I'm doing it when it comes to this Tekken shit. And that is facts. My name is Demetrius. I will get back at you in the next video. God bless. Stay safe. I am out. Peace.